What'd you think?
That was cool.
I mean, listen, I mean, I'm gonna like try to make something even cooler, but my 30 minutes I had today on my lunch break, I was like, let me try to do a little something. I got that done.
Nice. Do you think AI helps a lot with that stuff
Bro, every aspect of my life is AI now. From so when I'm at work, dude, I probably use AI for about okay, and I mean it's not everything, but probably like half the stuff I do, I because I have to build reports and like AI helps me build my reports. And then the other half is me like checking my work and it does that for me. And then it also writes my email. Dude, actually, you know what? AI might be doing 80% of my job. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. Let me say like 40%. 40%. 40%. It really helps me bridge the gap between hey, sounding professional and sounding like I'm from like a suburb of New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. What
Do you
about
use it
chat?
at all?
You use that too? Chat? Oh, that's AI. I'm sorry. It's all the same shit. But yeah, AI helps out a lot, man. I can't use it at work or anything, but I'm
Are you using ChatGPT on the daily or no?
on you. I honestly didn't even know what it was until recently with I really had no clue.
Really, dude. I mean, I can give you a little intro if you want. Like, honestly, it's I I didn't even start using it for work. I was using it first for um me and Jose. So Jose used to come over and duel, right? And we used to always fight over the rules. Like, I'm like, Jose, you definitely can't do that. He's like, yeah, but I did it on Master Duel, so I can do it. He's like, I'm like, I don't know. Let's ask. That's when I learned about AI. And we started every duel that we did. I'd ask, like, I'd put in his play, like, if he has this samurai and this effect, can he use this? And then it would tell me, it would like look up the official rule book, and then it would tell me, like, no, he can't do that, or he can do that. So that's when it started. And then I honestly didn't even know like how crazy it can get. And then like I think a couple months later, I was like, wait, hold on, can this like make pictures and stuff? So and then I just started like making funny pictures, like memes, right? So I'm like, all right, instead of like getting a photo editor app, I'm like, all right, here's a picture, put text on top. And then I was like, oh wait, I can't find the image of something exactly I need. And I'd be like, can you make this? And I'd be like, yeah, and it made it. And now, dude, it's literally everywhere, dude.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I think they use it at my. You want to admit it or not, but they
Dude, they
100% do.
have to. They have to, dude. I think there's probably not a place that doesn't use AI right now.
Except bodegas and have a straw,
I
or
mean,
maybe they do.
soon, maybe like I could see them. Okay, like when you walk in and they're like, "All right, how much do I charge like a bag of chips and still make a profit?" Boom. That's where I could see them like using it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, this is the way I think of AI because I feel like AI scares a lot of people. It frees your mind from stressing on the things that you don't need to stress about.
That's a
Does
good
that
way to
make
put it.
sense?
Yeah, so you don't
What
have to do
happened?
all the digging.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, dude. So I'm gonna start this off with the funniest video that I saw on my TikTok, and I was like, "Yo, I need to play this on the pod," because literally, dude, I was dying laughing at this. This basically think of Naruto if he was from New York. This is what would happen.
Cornered, so he's not a threat right now.
Nah, fuck that shit! This nigga is a fucking pedophile! Who's next, huh? You gonna try and groom me next? Or are you gonna try to groom that fucking 15-year-old boy over there that you came here to meet? Nigga, you could have been out here fucking bitches. Or getting money. But no. You chose to be a perverted-ass light-skinned nigga.
Your words cut deep. Deeper than.
Dude, I saw that and I just cause I was okay. I was like, okay, he does have talk no jutsu, but that's a whole different level, whole different level. And it got me thinking. It got me thinking. I was like, wait a minute. there's a lot of characters in Naruto, grown ass men, hang out with children, minors,
Yeah, very true. That's
dude.
very.
I mean, the worst of them all. Who do you think is the worst of them all? I know exactly who I'm gonna say.
So Orochimaru for me is the worst because he's always. I mean, how could you even?
Dude.
He's the. But,
So
but who,
with Orochimaru, dude, I was thinking, Sasuke lived in that cave for like years, right? Training for 2 years. Well, I mean, do you think like Orochimaru gonna like touch him or something?
I don't. Maybe. I mean, Orochimaru is sick. I mean, to get his experiments done, I think he'll do just about anything. See what he's trying to do through. And he
I
like
wouldn't doubt it,
take.
though. Dude, could you do me a favor? Could you fix your audio again? I don't know what you did last time, but it sounded much better.
Just
Say
still
that
no.
again? Yeah,
Still muffled. How's that?
yeah, that's somewhat better. What are you using recorder on your phone?
Yeah, I'm using my phone.
Gotcha. All right, dude. All right, let's jump in. So you said Chunin exams, right? So apparently these
Yeah.
were the four. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking, all right, take out Sasuke, take out Naruto, because we could talk about them for days, and they had enough screen time. But I was thinking these eight characters here, I thought their abilities were really fucking cool. Now, I don't exactly know how we do who fights who. I try to get the bracket again, but it wasn't working. So I was like, all right, this is what I got. So, all right, I was thinking you pick one person and I'll pick the other person, and then we'll debate on why your guy would beat my guy or something like that.
All right. Can you hear me? Just to make sure before I start.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. I'm gonna
Pick
pick.
your or girl. Pick your guy or girl.
I'm gonna pick Shikamaru.
All right, Shikamaru. Okay, I'm gonna pick someone who I think would be a really cool opponent. Shino. Shino or
Mm.
Shikamaru. That would be dude. Number one, they're both geniuses, right? I mean, Shikamaru's IQ is probably up there, but I'm pretty sure Shino is considered a genius too. That would be a cool
Yeah.
fight. That would be a cool fight.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, listen, dude, they're both also long distance fighters, right? Shikamaru's always trying to get a shadow, and then Shino's using his bugs from a distance. So what would happen?
I'm wondering if Shikamaru can use his shadow to like stop the bugs. Do the bugs shadows? Can he also control them? Because then all he'd have to do is just put a big shadow around him, and then no, all the bugs would kind of just be a part of that. You know. Now, is
Me,
this them in the Chunin exams, or is this them in the wherever? Because
I
this
know
looks like
it's a little confusing because they're dressed like they're in Shippuden, but I guess let's say Chunin exam. So before they had all their special powers in Shippuden,
I think Shino would win only
Shino with
because
his bugs.
his
Okay.
bugs could are a little more lethal than Shikamaru's shadow possession. I mean, Shikamaru though could pull out something that surprises us, but at the same time, I think he'd be too focused on trying to get Shino, and Shino would already have a beetle that was in the air or on his back that's burrowing into his body. You know, so even if he does
Yeah.
connect with the shadow possession, it doesn't mean he's controlling all the bugs. You know.
No, that makes sense, dude. So Shikamaru, I'm trying to think what strength does he have over Shino? I mean, is Shino even that fast? I feel like he's not that fast. Not that Shikamaru could really stop anything like that. I feel like they're both on the same spectrum for strength,
Yeah.
speed. It really comes back to down to their jutsus. Really comes down to that. Okay, so oh man, the bugs in pre Shippuden, the bugs were so cool because
Yeah.
he was doing some crazy stuff in that. Um, all right. Oh, but Shikamaru's so smart, dude. Shikamaru would find a way. He would find.
He
He would. He would. He'd come up with something like, "Oh yeah, if I do this with the shadows, the bugs are scared of the shadows and they'll never go past this," or something like that. You know what I mean?
I'd say if I'd have to say who's winning, I'd say Shino would probably win like 4 out of 5 times, or 3 out of 4 times, 3 out of 5 times, and Shikamaru would win the other two, only because his abilities are like Shikamaru doesn't know, or maybe he does know all the species of insects that Shino carries with him, but
You know what, dude? I think what you asked before was the deal breaker. You said, is it before Shippuden? I think before Shikamaru became a Chunin, he did not take things seriously. Like he would never try. Like remember, like when the Leaf Village was getting attacked, this guy was sleeping on purpose.
yeah,
Like, so I don't think he would actually try to fight Shino or like give him. I think he's like, all right, if I lose, I lose. So because of that, I would give Shino the dub too.
yeah,
Shino wins.
Shino would definitely get the
All right,
dub.
let's get this easy one out of the way. 10-10 versus Ino.
Tenten versus Eno. Mm. Mm. I would say Tenten. She's very good
Why do
at
you
long.
say 10-10?
I think she'd have a better like long range. And I don't think Eno's stopping half of the arsenal she has in the big early. I mean, the only reason why Tamari really stood a chance is because she could just blow it all away. But even someone like Shikamaru might have a hard time dodging and getting away from all that stuff.
Wait. Did Ino ever fight anybody one on one except Sakura?
She fought a little bit like with Kakuzu and Hidan with Choji and Kakashi, but she didn't do much.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, dude, Ino has nothing by herself. All her jutsus are with Ino Shikacho. If
Yeah.
Cho around, she probably can't hold herself.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I don't think
So
she.
you know what? Ino's everything she does is just a team combo. So because of that, and in 10-10, you're definitely right. She has those like 10,000 freaking weapons just coming at you at
Yeah,
high speed. You could try to dodge it, but unless you're really fast, or if unless you had something to counter that, you're screwed. So yeah,
yeah,
no, I'd give it to 10-10 too. All right.
yeah.
All right. So I feel
And
we could do
good.
Neji versus Lee, but we already talked about that. So who would you,
Yeah.
who would you put Lee towards?
Let's do Lee and Kiba then. I
Choji
mean, they're
or
both.
Kiba?
I would do Lee and
Say that.
Well, I want Lee and Kiba. I know Lee would probably stomp Kiba, but I think their speed is pretty cool. Like just to see how fast Kiba would be able to keep up with Lee, or because to be honest, I think Kiba's kind of like mostly taijutsu. Yeah, a lot of his jutsus are him spinning around and stuff, but he's not like shooting blasts or anything. So I think it'd be like just come down to fisticuffs. You know, uh, who can have the better edge? Akamaru maybe using dynamic entry or something to get. I mean, not dynamic marking to like blind Lee. There's certain stuff that Kiba can use with Akamaru that I think is that'll be a little but I still see
Well,
him
the
getting
question
kind
is,
of.
if Lee opens gates, dude, does Kiba have any counters?
No, I mean, Fang over Fang is only going to take him so far, right? I mean, he can only
I'm trying to
he can
even
only
think on the in the Naruto games. Did he have other jutsus besides Fang over Fang?
do Fang over Fang, and then like a hyper Fang over Fang, and then he turned to that big dog, um,
And did Fang over
and then
Fang?
Shippuden he had 3 heads, and instead of the
You
two, it
know,
was like
in Baruto, he's
which
gonna get
I'm a
four
king,
heads.
right? And it was cool because when he like summoned a shadow clone while he transformed like Akamaru into him, and there was like 3 of him, and then they turned into this giant dog, and I thought it was kind of cool. But then you kind of think about it, and you're like, you're just getting more heads on a dog, I don't know.
Dude, they need to do something really cool involving like okay, number one, why did Kakashi have the coolest dog jutsus in the show?
Yeah, he did.
Remember when he summoned all
And
those
they
like
don't even.
things on Zabuza?
Yeah, yeah. And like, I think it'd be cool if they incorporated Kiba's nose a little more. Like they'd be like, "Yo, he has the best nose in the village." Like that motherfucker could smell the different types of insect. Like if they gave him a one up like that, like that would be kind of level the playing field a little bit. Like, okay, he's not completely shit because he can, identify different things through his smell, which he did do in the war. He was able to identify who was like a
Oh,
clone and who
true,
wasn't just from
true.
smell. So but if they would have just upgraded that just a little more, maybe had Akamaru become like a big wolf instead of like, I don't know, that would have been cool.
Dude, I think that's it. I think if they could have got the dog to evolve into like some Jinchuriki almost like figure. Like it doesn't have to be that big, but if
Yeah,
dude, think about it, some of those Jinchurikis, they had their designs were so cool, and they each had different
yeah,
powers. If
yeah,
I think Kishimoto just didn't have a thing for Kiba. If he really wanted to,
no,
he could have given Kiba something, but I don't know, man.
yeah,
I like where you were going with the nose, like the scent. He could probably beat you get out of a genjutsu real quick by using smell. I'm trying to think like what else can you use smell for, but I mean it doesn't really give you a lot of options, bro. So I mean in this fight,
yeah. And I
so
was curious.
Kiba versus Lee.
I wish, yeah, Lee's destroying him. I wish they did a thing though with Kiba though, where he turned himself turned into like a werewolf type looking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have kept going with like the beast transformations or whatever. Instead of having him just always a tag team. It's like, is Kiba really strong on his own, or does he need Akamaru to do all his to do Fang
Dude,
over Fang
or
with
you
him?
know what
You know
they
what I
could have
mean?
done? They could have given Akamaru more intellect. Like if Akamaru will just happen to be a very smart dog, they could just switch places. Like, hey, like today I'm taking the day off. You be Kiba for the day, and Akamaru is still like smart enough to
Right.
like talk. Like I'm pretty sure Kiba's parents have a dog that can talk, right?
Yeah. One of them does
So
it,
you're
or a
telling me,
sister.
yeah, and you're telling me Akamaru is this years old and still can't talk?
Mm,
I'm telling you, man, they
I don't know.
They didn't give Kiba anything, bro. They didn't give him anything.
And I could say that with Ino too. And well, Tamari was kind of surprising that she got the two relics that she got in Shippuden. Choji with that mode or whatever. Shikamaru becoming Naruto's right hand. Like everybody kind of Neji passed, but everyone kind of got something cool except Kiba. Shino's like the teacher at the academy. I mean, Rock Lee's kind of just there now, but they fumbled.
Yeah.
They
Now they
fumbled.
I
It's
feel like
okay.
they kind of like they I know they fumbled. They fumbled hard. I mean, same thing with I feel like Konohamaru could have been so much cooler too. I mean, I know he's cool. He's doing the Rasengan and stuff, but
Uh,
yo, what happened to like, him summoning I forget the guy, the monkey Enma. Like if
yeah,
if Konohamaru could have summoned Enma like the third Hokage, like that should have been his summon, not the Toad. He should have went like a Monkey
yeah,
Sage or something like that. That would have been
yeah.
cool.
And why?
But
And why is
they
Konohamaru not any of his techniques, like the burning ash or the multiple shuriken jutsu? Like it's I don't know. I don't understand what
I
they're
don't know,
doing here,
man.
man.
You know what? We
What do you
may
think
have
about
to
Choji?
remake it.
Yeah.
What'd you say about
What do you
Choji
think about Choji versus? What do you think about
versus
Choji
who?
versus Neji? Neji.
Oh, that's who's left, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so dude, I think that would be a really cool fight. Like they would literally be using crazy taijutsus. I mean, he's gonna use human boulder, and he's gonna use gentle fish. I mean rotation. So it'd be rotation versus human boulder to see like and
Yeah.
I mean if I think Choji's gonna put up a great fight and he's probably gonna
Yeah.
use all of his food pills and he's probably gonna die because he's taking the red pill. But I think Neji might win. I think Neji beats him.
Yeah, I'm thinking the whole thing of like Choji turning giant and seeing how like his giant attacks would do against like a rotation or something. So let's say he tried to like literally jump and sit on Neji. If Neji did a rotation, would that like counter it? You know what I'm saying? Or would he be able to literally sit on over the rotation and destroy? But then I think Choji's not that strong. You know, Neji I feel like would probably have the match over a lot quicker. Uh, than people think. Like literally just blitzing him, turning off all his chakra points, and then he can't. If he can't expand, he's done. Neji kind of like, even if Neji doesn't use chakra, he's still a good enough fighter to I feel like be able to stop Choji. Even if he did have, he because he's just turning big. He's I don't think he's necessarily getting that much stronger. Like uh, he might be a little bit stronger just because he's just taller and stuff. But I think Neji would still be able to pretty much wipe the floor with him. I think Neji would probably be anybody else on this list as well, except like we were talking about the last one, Lee, and maybe Shikamaru. And I know it's weird because it's like I think this one could be this one, but that one could be this one. You know what I mean? And it's like it's just all about the matchup. Like obviously Kiba's probably the weakest one here. I think Ino probably could beat Kiba. Like
Well, if we were doing a tournament style, so let's see who are the winners. So we had Neji, uh, I forget who Lee fought. Who did Lee fight? Kiba.
Lee fought Kiba.
Wow, so it's literally everyone on the top row. So it would be Neji, Lee, Tenten, and Shikamaru. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we agreed Shino would win.
Oh, okay. So Shino would be Shikamaru. Okay, so it would basically be Neji versus Shino, and Lee versus Tenten.
See, the rotation is Neji's biggest asset in that match. He could just but it's like how long is he going to sit there doing rotation until the bugs finally, you know what I mean? It only
I mean,
takes
if you
one.
think about it, Kidomaru is kind of a bug, right? That he's a spider.
Yeah.
He's somewhat bug,
Oh, that's a
and
good.
Neji had a very difficult time.
Yeah, that's a good uh, comparison. Yeah, I think Neji would have a really hard time, and because they're a lot smaller. Not saying he couldn't see them because of his Byakugan, he could see all their chakra points and stuff, but he would just exhaust himself trying to deal with all those bugs. And then Shino's still a capable fighter. I mean, he could just rush up from behind him and still attack him. It just, I'd say, I don't know, I'd say Shino is still winning, but I think Neji will put up a good fight.
And at the end, it would be Neji. No, I mean, no, it would be because we agree Neji would be Shino, right?
Yeah,
Is
it
that what
would
you just
just
said?
take. I think it would just take him a lot. Like it would take it would be hard, but I think Neji could pull it off. I think he could. But
And
that
then I
all.
think
Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear what you
I,
say.
I was gonna say, I mean, at the end, I think it's just gonna be back to Neji versus Lee.
Yeah. Hey, Chat GPT. Do you think? I think they think the same thing. With all, but
I'll do it.
honestly,
I'll
I
do it.
think he would put Shikamaru there, and I know, but I think they would. Watch
I
it play
think
like.
I think it would come down to Neji, Shikamaru, and Shino. If we're doing strictly like Chunin exam level. All
Yeah.
right.
Do like.
How do I word this? Okay. We are doing a tournament between Neji, Lee, Tenten, Shikamaru, Kiba, Shino, Ino, and Choji in a tournament style where they're fighting. And this was before Shippuden and only during the Chunin exams and their strength during the Chunin exams. Who would win in that brawl?
That's an awesome idea for a tournament. Let's break down the potential matchups and how they might go. One, Neji versus Choji. Neji's Byakugan and Gentle Fist technique give him a massive advantage over Choji's brute strength. Neji would likely win. Lee versus Ino. Lee's speed and taijutsu skills are on another level, especially during the Chunin exams. Ino's mind techniques are helpful, but Lee's speed would probably won her. Shikamaru versus Kiba. Shikamaru's strategic mind is a huge asset, but Kiba's brute strength and his ninja hound Akamaru would be a tough challenge. Could be a close fight, but Kiba might have the edge because of the teamwork. Shino versus Tenten. Shino's insects are versatile and can be hard to counter, while Tenten relies on weapons. Shino's ability to control his bugs and gather information would likely give him the win. So if we go by these matchups, the semifinalists might be Neji, Lee, Kiba, and Shino. And from there, it's really anyone's game. This can make for some fun, engaging content for your podcast for sure.
Who would win in the semifinals, and then who would be the final winner?
All right, let's break it down further. So semifinals, Neji versus Shino. Neji has the Byakugan, which allows him to see Shino's insect movements and counter them effectively. However, Shino is very strategic and his bugs can be tricky. That said, Neji's defensive skills and gentle fist technique would likely give him edge. Winner, Neji. Lee versus Kiba. Lee's incredibly fast and strong, especially with his taijutsu. Kiba's strength and Akamaru are definitely tough, but Lee's speed and ability to open the gates would probably outpace Kiba. Winner, Lee. Neji versus Lee. This is a classic rivalry during the Chunin exams. Neji had the upper hand, but Lee's determination and his ability to open the gates could turn the tide. If we go by the Chunin exams era, Neji's mastery of the gentle fist and his Byakugan would likely give him the edge again. Final one in Neji. It's always fun to imagine how these matchups would go. It definitely adds a lot of interesting content for your podcast.
Yeah, dude. So I guess Neji would win this.
Neji's. That's why they had to get rid of him, right? I mean,
He was too strong.
he was
I mean,
strong.
you know what's? I don't know if you remember, but when they first introduced the Byakugan, Kakashi said, "This is stronger than the Sharingan."
Hmm.
I wish they kind of kept. Dude, the Byakugan should have got a new like level. Like you know how the Sharingan got the Mangankyu, and then they got like the next level after that, and like they should have kept going for the Byakugan and added more shit to make it even stronger.
I agree for sure, man. I feel like it was so cool to see the veins and everything, and you could see the chakra points. Like, okay, so I have a question for you. How would you advance it? Like, what would you do? Like maybe their hair turns white or something, and they're like, I don't know,
Like ultra instinct. All right, so all right, if Sharingan, the its power is giving ninjutsu a power up. I think the Byakugan should really give taijutsu a power up, not in the way of like opening gates, but like something else. Maybe he just, every damage he does just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. It's almost like how Mike Guy was unlocking that blood aura or like some kind of aura like that. Like I'm not saying Dragon Ball Z aura, but like something where every punch and every rotation, every like gentle fist gets stronger and stronger. And then there has to be some kind of power up. Like if you're saying just Sharingan can, have flames, then give the Byakugan like something crazy. Like I can't think of anything crazy right now off the top of my head, but if I had to, I'd give it like, it could definitely see through any genjutsu, like break instantly. Like if I'm in a genjutsu, I use Byakugan, I should be able to get out no matter what. I should be able to not fall for any type of genjutsu. Maybe okay, I think what would be interesting is instead of giving the Sharingan that power where they had the extra life, that should have been the Byakugan's like thing.
right?
I mean, what else can you do with the Byakugan? I'm trying to think.
I would say if I had a power up that would be cool and kind of relevant for like the newer stuff, I would say if you can like train your Byakugan enough and you've trained it for a long time, you can actually seal someone's chakra completely instead of just, you know what I'm saying, temporarily like kind of just stopping it. literally seal it to where they can't use chakra anymore. They can't use hand signs, none of that stuff.
Dude, so like some Orochimaru or honestly like Avatar the Last Airbender Aang shit, like take away the chakra.
Yep.
That would be interesting. That would make the Byakugan actually like a power to be feared against instead of I mean, what's the coolest thing? Like the guy found out that Donzo was hiding a shot. Like, come on. Like, okay, maybe medical people would benefit that, but in a real life war, like, what's the Byakugan really gonna do? So no, they really should have done more. I mean, you watch Boruto, right? Like, what does that new eye do in Boruto? What powers does that have?
I haven't seen. I honestly have no. I know it's called the Jogan or something, but I don't know what
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so I'm thinking
Oh,
it's almost like a
yeah,
Byakugan because it
yeah,
has the
like
veins.
to me, it just I don't know what exactly it does though. I do like the design. I'm sick of all the eye stuff. It's like their eyes are different, so they're a million times stronger. It's like
Yeah,
but
the running joke was Masashi Kishimoto had an eye fetish.
that's funny.
Oh
It,
wait, didn't he die? Oh no, that was the guy
Akira
who made
Toriyama.
Akira. Oh my god, dude. Do you remember where you were when you found out Akira died?
Yeah, I was home. And I called
How'd you
Kavan. Bro, dude, that's crazy, man. We just couldn't. I couldn't believe it.
how'd you find out?
I saw online. Someone was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, Akira Toriyama is dead. This is not a drill. Like he literally just died." I'm like, "Wow."
Didn't he die in the water or something, like swimming or
Sure.
drowning?
They released how he died. I'm not sure exactly, but that's something I got to
That's
look for.
oh, talking about Dragon Ball Z real quick. Quick shift. So for the viewers at home, you are half black, right?
That's right.
Okay, so one thing I always felt like as a non-white person watching Dragon Ball Z, they treated any person in that show in Dragon Ball Z, any non-white character except Oob, I'll give him Oob, but anyone else, dude, I feel like they were just straight up like just clowning on.
Yeah.
And then at least in Naruto, like Killer Bee and the Cloud Ninja are some strong ass people. Like they're badass. They're actually people that you look up to. Do you think Dragon Ball Z let you down in that sense?
Yeah. I mean, look at Mr. Popo. I mean, and like every time Dragon Ball draws or Dragon Ball Z draws anybody that's African, they give him the big red lips, and they give him this black features, the big nose, and all that.
Dude,
Uh,
as a brown guy, the only person I really like I saw myself in was Mr. Popo because he was wearing like the the thing on the head, and then everything else. I'm just like, dude, like they're all white. Like even what I don't get. So you're telling me that the Saiyans are aliens, but they look like humans?
right. Everyone's aliens, but they look identical to humans. Besides the fact that they have tails, it's like
Yeah, I feel like there was
unbelievable.
someone. There was another character in Dragon Ball Z. I'm just like they weren't a Saiyan and they weren't a human on Earth, but they look like a human. So I was like, hmm. Oh, nah, I was thinking about Raccoon and stuff. Yeah, is Raccoon a Saiyan? No, Raccoon's not a Saiyan. Why does he look human?
Yeah, I saw a thing where he's from a certain planet and he learned ballet or something. He's a dancer in his planet. I
He's
don't
a
know if
dan-
he's an actor, but
he's a whole it's a planet full of dancers and stuff.
yeah, he does. He learned ballet before he joined the Ginyu Force.
Bruh.
Well, he does all
Wow.
those dances when he fights.
And Frieza saw this on his resume and was like, "All right, like you're gonna make a great minion and representing me on the battle lines. Like when you go to destroy planets, people are gonna respect you. You're gonna pull out some
Yeah,
dance. Like, dude, if we get like visited by aliens and they look like Saiyans, and then this guy comes out like doing like dance moves and stuff, and like I'm just gonna think he's goofy. Like, No one's gonna be afraid of him. We're gonna see like on Twitter and on X, like we're gonna see this videos of this guy. Like everyone's gonna be making fun of him. No one's gonna take him seriously.
Yeah. Until he spits that giant beam out his mouth. Pause.
True. What was that? Eraser gun? Or
Here it
yeah, it is.
goes.
Right? Oh my god. All right, dude. Would you rather live in a world of like Naruto or a world of Dragon Ball Z?
Naruto. I feel like it's more structured and organized and stuff. Dragon Ball Z, it's kind of like they're just citizens are waiting to be destroyed and blown up every 2 minutes. You know, like
Bro, they're
the
just destroying planets every 3 seconds in
the
that
ninjas
show.
have like setups. They have there's homes and stuff like that. They have like Hokage. They have a what's it called a chain of command. They have
True.
subdivisions. They have television. They have like news and all that. And like I'm not saying Dragon Ball Z doesn't, but like it's just like the Z fighters just go to different places to fight other people. And it's like the ninjas actually do other missions to like capture beasts and help out people around town. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like Goku and them. There a lot of their work is like thankless because not nobody knows who they are. You know, and with
Yeah.
Naruto, it's like you choose to be a ninja and to like go through the academy, and you know, and I kind of like that a little bit more. It's like your choice. You know, you wanted to, and the clans and everything are badass. You know, when you first found out about all these different clans and they all do different abilities, and that was sick. What the hell? I mean, that was fire.
Dude, it made me think like, all right, if my family was a clan, what would be our
Yeah,
power? Like I always
yeah,
I for some reason I always thought my family might I don't know, we'd be like more of like the Shikamaru type, like shadow possession type jutsus.
yeah.
I don't know what it was. Just something about the
I,
shadows.
yeah. You know what they should have did for Boruto? They should have added a new genin that had a cat that was kind of like Akamaru or whatever. You know what I mean? Like for the new Kiba thing would be like a cat and this girl or whatever. That would be fire.
Wait, did Kiba ever get married?
No, I don't think so. I think he has a girlfriend.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guess he get married. Oh, you know what I was thinking, dude? I saw a picture the other day. I don't know, you probably seen this. It was like a guy texting no, a girl texting her boyfriend, and she
Yeah.
asked, "What would you do if I die? Would you know, like who would you like? Would you still date after I died or something like that?" And all he did was send a picture of Toby, you know, on top of like sitting on the when he declared war. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to like get a real answer from you, and you're sending pictures of characters on a cartoon." When in reality, what he's trying to say is like, "Girl, like I would destroy the whole world and create a new one with you in it."
Right. Oh man,
Dude, would
he
you
was
would you
crazy.
do would you do what Obito did for
No,
love?
absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. He caused way too much pain, man. You know, but like it wasn't. Was it Obito's plan or was it Madara's plan? Was it Madara's plan? No, it was Kaguya's plan. No, it wasn't Kaguya's plan. It was Black Zetsu's plan. No, it wasn't Black. It's like the puppet master, and it just keeps going
It
back and back.
it just keeps going. I mean, dude, so as I feel like and I feel like you can relate. I'm a type of person that loves hard, like love times
Yeah,
10, right? Like if there was opening gates in something I could do in real life now, it would be like loving, because I could love
right.
fucking hard, dude. I could open 8 gates of death in love. Um, so I understand like if I lost my wife or if I even lost my daughter, dude, I could see myself like doing some Project Tsukiyomi type shit, like fuck this world. I'm creating a
Yeah,
new one where I could be with them again. That's I don't know. I get it. I get it.
yeah. It's crazy. He went through that length, man. It's but I totally understand if anything ever happened to my wife and kids, you know.
Dude, and I'm
Uh,
pretty sure
yeah,
when Rin died, he was only like because it was Anbu Kakashi, and Kakashi was Anbu at what 13, right? Or 16?
yeah.
So this
He
guy
was
was
like
16
Naruto
years old, and
age.
Yeah. So he was like, "All right, this is it. That's the last straw." At 16, he's like, "I'm creating a whole freaking new world." He went from there.
Unbelievable. He's the same age as Kakashi, and look at all the damage he did. You know,
I know, man. I know. It's what are you
still a
gonna do?
top
What
tier
are you gonna
fight.
do when you love, you love, dude? I need a freaking haircut. I need a trim. I haven't been. I've just been so busy, dude. We just actually visited home. We got to see everyone, but it was just like when we're home, we try to do as much as possible. In the 2 days we're there, it's like, all right, I'm trying to see this person, try to see this person, try to go over here. Try to grab a bite to eat that I can't have in Pennsylvania because, dude, I don't know if you've ever been to Pennsylvania. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania? The pizza is trash, especially when you come from like, a place like New York where the nicest pizza we have is Domino's. That's the best. Like Papa John's, Domino's. I mean, we have Little Caesars, but I've never ate from there, but it's that bad. I don't know how the pizza in Arizona is. What's that like? Trash.
Trash, trash,
Probably
man. It's literally this. All the food here is terrible.
do you
All
even
the
have
food
a
here is.
favorite restaurant there?
Huh?
Do you even have a favorite restaurant there, dude?
Yeah, it's a Mexican restaurant. There's 16 Mexican restaurants in our town,
All you
and they're
guys
all
have is
garbage.
Mexican restaurants? They're all just right next to each other?
Yeah. Yep, and pizza spots. Like they're not good though. They're not good.
Yeah. We have a lot of like
Nothing good.
breakfast spots around here, and I hate breakfast food, so it kind of sucks.
That does suck.
Like Cracker
Yeah, I'm about to.
Barrel and like diners and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, they like that stuff. The kids like that a lot. I'm about to go start making them dinner now, actually, because they're crying about it.
Yeah, all good, dude. Listen, man, I'm actually tired too, so we could end right here. Um, I'm trying to think who were Neji. Did we say Neji or did we say Shino?
We said Neji, and
Yeah, I
then
think we all said Neji. All right, so AI said Neji, we said Neji. That was episode 2. Like, subscribe. Do it up. You got any last words, dude?
oh, I'll come up to you. We'll come up with ideas for the third one, what we're doing and stuff.
Yes, sir. Episode 3 coming soon.
All right, man.